How's it going, guys? We are back. And we are working hard. It should be in the camera angle. Over there I have, actually if I tilt this sideways, it should be see it pretty well. Over there I have my two A-arms that I fashioned up. They work. And it took me a while. I pounded on the corners because when I bend the A-arms, they get stuck. They get stuck in this shoe, and it's not easy at all to take them off. And I pounded on one for 2 days. I actually had to ask my godfather to help me out, and we got that off with unbending, bending and whatnot. So since last time, as I said, I made the A-arm. I did a video on how to use this 12-ton press. But I think I'm going to remake it, and it'll be this one. It'll also be showing you how I make my A-arms, which are those. Those are they're not finished. I still have to put some bracing on there, just to get a little more beefy, And I'm gonna try to get some plate steel, maybe 16th inch plate steel. We'll see how it goes. We'll see what we can get. So I made a little template for those. Just to help me out. It's on a piece of plywood. I just used a straight edge, made a straight edge as a reference point, straight line rather, and then did straight lines across, measured out my how far I wanted them to be, how far the spacing I wanted to be, and I did it 12 inches, or 31.5 centimeters wide, but I think the A-arms are going to be a bit too long, and I'm going to have way too wide of a front and short back. It's going to look kind of weird. So I decided I may shorten those. But anyway, that's another video. We'll do it, and to show you how I do those. But we are going to work on my A-arms. Now, I got the shoe out, and as you can see, it is beat up, because that's how we had to get it off. We hammered on the edges, and one came off, and we smacked it, and it fell out. But this is beat up. It still works though. So we're going to use it. And before I use this, I'm actually going to lube this. And I'm gonna get a little smart. And I'm actually gonna lube it with. I'm gonna try to put some silicone oil on there, just to lube it up. All right, so we're back. We have I got some silicone lubricant. I'm not sure if you can see that properly. You should be able to. And we are just going to spray this. Spray the inside. Get that nice and looby. Let's let that drip for a bit. Put that there. Just give it a rub with towel. There you go. Good. We'll put that in there just to help it come out a bit after. I can't seem to find my little oil spritzer, but we'll just deal with what we got here, and we'll see how it goes. We'll give it a try. So that's all nice and lubed up with silicone oil, and also I'm going to try because on the last one I did, the metal broke. So what I'm going to try to do is I'm going to get a torch over here, and I'm going to just I'm just going to heat it gently. I'm actually gonna get it decently warm, so that it can bend maybe a little bit easier. My friend recommended it. I'm not sure how well he's good at how he does it, or if he even works on this type of stuff. But anyway, I'm going to give it a try. I won't get it red hot. I might just warm it, just to give it a little more stretch, or I might not. But anyway. So, we'll get straight to it. We won't delay anymore. Alright, so we have our measuring tape, we have our propane, and we have this. Now, if I cut these correctly, it should be 40.5, but it's 40. 40 so it's 140 centimeters. So we're going to do it, we're gonna do it half. Yeah, and we'll try to bend it as close to half as possible. That's 70. So I'm just trying to think of how to do it. In the meantime, we're just gonna give it a little mark at 70. And we'll see. We'll see how it goes. And where's my, I don't know, what the markers are. Alright, so we're bending it at 70 centimeters. And we'll give it a go. And we are going to crank it from this side, so we're just gonna swivel over here. And and before I start cranking this, the way you're supposed to use this bender is you're supposed to use the shoe that doesn't fit. Like this one I'm using, you see how it doesn't slide in. This shoe is a number 25 shoe. If I read it, it's a 3/4 inch. This one is I think it's half inch, if I'm not mistaken. This one, it would appear that you could need to use this one because it slides on, and it slides on with a little bit of wiggle here. I'm just gonna put the camera over here, and you see how it fits, and it fits on there, and it slides up and down. It's got a little play. You'd think that's what you use, but no, because if you use that, but no. Because if you use that, oh man, it's over there. If you use that, you will bend improperly. Your bend will be not proper. So you are going to end up with a bend like this. Ugly, very, very ugly. You know, it's short here, and it's not even an equal bend. It bent awkwardly. So you don't want that. Stay away from that. Use the shoe that doesn't go on completely, that gets stuck on the side. That's the one you want. Because when you press it, it falls into the shoe. Alright, enough with me rambling. Let's get started here, shall we? And I'm just gonna try to center this. I generally eyeball it because I have to cut ends off anyway. So we're doing it at second crank. We're just gonna crank it till we hit it. Bang. We're on. Alright, so I'm just gonna run over and get a match just to heat that a bit. So we've got our torch here, and I'm just going to lightly heat this. With even distribution of heat. And that'll do. Alright, we'll start cranking. And we'll just let it settle. That should be good. Now excuse the noise that this table makes. It's the only table that I can use to get some height off the ground so I can bend the A-arms all the way down, because the pipes, if I do it on the ground, they will come in contact with the ground. So, here we're going to start just cranking it real good. We'll add a little more lube here. Just give it a good squirt. And we're going to keep cranking it. We're going to crank it a little faster here. And soon I'm going to have to move the tripod. So we're going to put this over here. Whoa. So you see it's starting to bend. So this is the boring part where you have to just watch me crank it. And I won't fast forward it because just so you see how long it takes to make an A-arm. You guys should be able to see. Oh boy, loud table. That's nice. It's funny, as you crank it, the paint comes off. You see how my marker just wiped off? is because the pipe particles essentially stretch, and it's like if you write on an unstretched balloon, and then you stretch the balloon. Well, your writing's not exactly clear anymore, is it? Or your writing's patchy. If you reverse it, if you blow up a balloon, and you blow in the balloon, or you deflate the balloon rather, your writing will actually be minuscule, which is pretty cool. It's funny what latex does. And so here you go. You're getting a nice bend here. Yeah. We'll give it another spritz. Another spritz of latex, silicone oil rather. Jeez. We'll put the pipe under there. Here. We'll just shower it with silicone. All right, it's cranking. At this point, we are almost going to switch over to the smaller rollers. So right now I'm on the second setting of my press, and once I max out my press, I am going to move on to the smaller setting. Now it's real easy to crank it. Man, it's windy outside. I find it kind of eerie when it gets windy. Anyway. And there we go. We're maxed out. So now what we're going to do, we're going to deflate this. You see it goes, okay. And now I took off the springs because if you don't, they're connected to here. And if you don't, they're actually, to make A-arms, you must remove the springs, or you won't be able to because you're not going to clear the springs, and excuse me, and you're not going to clear the springs, and you're actually going to bend them out. So I took them off. They were down here, connected to here, and plus you'd stretch them half to hell. So off they go. But with that requires me to press down. Okay. And right now, I wouldn't be able to take those rollers off. And I'm debating whether I should keep going. You know what? I think I have enough of a bend. Yeah. Because if I keep going, I'm not going to be able to take it off. So, with that, you need to remove one of your side pins, your retaining pin. You don't need to take the other side out. You pop the roller off, take the pin out, and then you have that. I generally just put these here. And then you take this out, and you can take your bar out. That's a nice bend. See? So now comes the hard part of taking the shoe off. So the way I'm going to do it actually now, I'm gonna set the camera up here, and I'm just gonna see if I can just beat at it and try to punch it off. So we'll get back to you in a second.